I'm Elizabeth Larkin with Balanced Body Pilates. Doesn't this look fun? Well, you know, it is. It makes jumping easy, effortless, a lot of fun, and also quite functional. Here's how you can progress your clients that have had lower extremity injuries through their non-weight bearing into partial weight bearing, and then eventually into full weight bearing with standing up jumping. I have a red spring on the post here, and in part A of this segment I showed how the open kinetic chain jumping sequence progresses. Now we'll do this closed kinetic chain jumping sequence with the foot plate, and then gradually get rid of the assistance of the springs. Here we go. Anchoring your sacrum in a neutral position on the carriage. Press through your feet, articulating from hip joint through knees to ankles and feet. One leg gets a turn by itself, and one leg is assisted by the same side arm. Then you alternate, say just the left side and then just the right side. Next, it's the diagonals that are of interest now. One leg and the opposite arm. Change. The new leg and the opposite arm, all the while keeping the pelvis in a neutral position, a neutral spine. Alternate on the diagonals. Sequence this so it's pelvis, leg, and then arm. Pelvis, leg, and then arm. Now, you can get rid of the arm springs and have your thumbs together at your navel and the pads of your fingers on the corners of your pubic bone. Do this so that you can feel that the pubic bone is level, like a carpenter's level, and that you can feel your deep abdominals are active right beside your belly button. If you feel that your abdominals are pushing your belly button convex to the ceiling, wrong direction. Pull the back of your abdominals to the front of your spine. Give each leg a turn by itself. And then you can also alternate. Exhale to press, exhale to jump, or for that matter, you could inhale to jump. Alrighty, now let's just say that you or your client have progressed sufficiently so that you can get rid of the assistance of these springs. Now, you'll have your thumbs at your navel, the pads of your fingers at the corners of your pubic bone, and our first jumps without the springs will be with knees extended, so that you'll focus on the strength of your ankles and feet. Here we go. You can vary this in external rotation, and also you can take this into internal rotation. Each leg gets a turn by itself. Also in parallel, in external rotation, and in internal rotation. Now bend, push. When you work with your clients, you can do 2, 3, 4, even 8 repetitions. But remember, the value of the jumping here really is in the specificity of the alignment of your pelvis, your lumbar spine, and the lower extremity, the hip, knee, ankle, and foot. I use these moves with my clients, again, for the specificity of alignment and the motor control. If they want to do a cardio workout, I suggest that they go swimming, or they use the elliptical trainer, or the exercise bike, or the treadmill. But this is an environment not so much for cardiovascular training. The Reformer is more for the specificity of alignment and motor control. As you can see, we're in the next sequence of moves here, jumping from side to side. So this requires more control of medial and lateral glide at the hip joint. Now we'll go with one leg at a time, in parallel, from side to side. And then one leg with the toes towards the outer edges of the carriage, of the foot plate, and then with your heel towards the outer edge of the foot plate. All the while keeping the pelvis in neutral. Now the corners, up to the right, up left, down left, down right, sort of like the game of Twister, but lying on your back with springs. So it doesn't bear a lot of resemblance, okay? And then your toes go to the outside of the foot plate, and then your heels go to the outside of the foot plate. You can appreciate, now one leg at a time, that for someone who has had a lower extremity injury, this kind of complexity of control is really excellent for helping them to re-own the limb that might not have been working so well. Last two and last one. Thanks for being with us. Let us know how it goes and be in touch. Bye now.